Buds class, 234 reaction videos, bringing you this fire. This is part 4, third phase. Looks like they running the hill. Hey, we on Shadow Band with YouTube. Make sure you come back and check in the channel. I'm dropping these reaction videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're dropping one on Saturdays also, but leave in the comments if you guys want to hear a reaction video to certain things. Some stuff I'm not talking about, you know, it's my discretion. We're going to do Surviving the Cut. My man Travis in here getting ready to get out of here. Let's see what we got. Third phase reaction.
A Bud's tradition at San Clemente Island is a PT workout before every meal. Running up Frog Hill, the students carrying the extra weight show the pain and aggravation are adding up.
So Frog Hill is about a 400-yard run with the last 150 yards basically going straight up, maybe 45 degrees. There's footholds, like it's hard, man. I believe the time to get is like 120, if I'm not mistaken. Let me tell you something, man. It's the hardest 120 like in your life. I failed the first 3 times, and then something happened. I figured it out. I was able to get up there in time. But then, like Lively, I had a 72-pound rock in my rucksack, and I never made it again because I had the 72-pound rock for the whole time I was at Bud's, man. So it was good. It was fun. I've been there and done that. Frog Hill, ooh, buddy.
Combat tactics are the core building blocks on which SEAL platoons operate. The most basic is the immediate action drill, or IAD.
Not dropping these anymore. Down!
IADs are rehearsed movements, and in the crawl, walk, run philosophy of Buds, they are rehearsed over and...
So you can see right there, you got to stay online. And it seems simple to get a class to walk online and to do good, but it's not simple. It's a trained evolution. They've got blanks right now. They're changing magazines on the run. There's a lot of stuff you got to practice as an individual to be proficient in the group. Magazine changes on the run. I'm up. They see me. I'm down. Staying online, being able to move, because when you get to the SEAL teams, trust me, going backwards and forwards is the easiest stuff you do. You got to be able to go to side, center peel, peel left, peel right. You just got so many movements, and you got to have the basics down. They're trying to work on the basics here. So you can see right now they're not online. You got problems already. It's close to them blowing a whistle and being like, you out of place.
And over again until they are done right.
Doggone it, Spinowitz, what the hell?
It takes a while to catch on. Huh? You can't just tell them something and expect them to do it right the first time. So it's just constantly critiquing them, and they'll eventually get it.
If we were going live right now, these are people that would be having safety violations.
If you keep making mistakes, I'm going to suggest to the lieutenant that you don't even go live tomorrow. You understand?
Yes, no sort of deal.
Because you're showing me you don't have the competency to do what you're supposed to be doing here.
What? Are we going back? Bell face! Bell face! Guys, what is so doggone hard? Move! Move! Why are you making it so damn difficult? Why are you making it so difficult? Why are you making it
When the lights are turned out, weapons are going off, M60s are firing, explosions. It's chaos. One man takes the wrong step, next thing you know, you're shooting each other.
Let me tell you something. You drop down facing the wrong direction, man, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I saw a guy in the SEAL teams basically almost ruin his whole career. Did something really small. I didn't think it was that big a deal. I was a new guy. But as I got farther down the road, I started to understand the ramifications of something simple wrong. This right here is a problem. Now, in combat, right? In a regular situation, this dude dropped down the other way. He gonna know where the gunfire coming from. He gonna turn around. But on a safety range, you drop down the wrong way. Most of the time, our ranges are 180, or maybe even less than that. Field of fire, like straight ahead. Man, that whistle's going off. That horn's going off. We blowing the whistle. Safety violation. Safety violations will get you kicked out of third phase. I tell all my guys, man, your job in third phase is to be safe. It's not to shoot a lot of bullets. A lot of guys think they get to third phase and they want to let the gun rip, and they get safety violations, man. They get sent home. We had 2 officers in my class that ended up not graduating. I think they both went to go fly airplanes, but they got safety violations, and then one had a leadership problem, and they just sent them home, man. So safety in the SEAL teams is huge. Got to be safe.
It's scary business, and that's why everybody has to be tuned in.
Pull your head out.
This is what we don't want to see happen tomorrow up on the range.
That was ridiculous. You guys, if you drop
The exhausting
down
schedule
in
is
the wrong
taking its
direction,
toll.
make the
Attention
damn
to
effort.
safety is
Get
faltering.
up
The
and
class
corner
acts
up
confused
downrange.
and scattered.
Would it help? So you know where downrange is if one of us were down there shooting at you guys, so you know which way to return fire. Would that help? Yeah. We would?
No.
So this is one of those factors of sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation, fine motor skills decrease 50%, sometimes 70%, depending on how much sleep you've missed. The ability to cognitively think in a stressful situation decreased. Everything is decreased under stressful situations with sleep deprivation. Here's the deal. You ain't never going to be fresh, ever. Maybe if you're over at a tier 1 unit, but even then they doing rehearsals and all that other stuff. You're not going to be fresh when you go down range, man. Just how it is. And then you got the added stress of combat and everything else. It's real. Okay, it's real. So you got to be able to get it in training, and what they're trying to do, trying to find the guys that can't handle the stress now so they can weed them out before they get into the real thick of it and it gets crazy. This was shot 4 months before 9/11. You know, it's obvious what happened after 9/11. You know, the whole world broke loose for 20 years. But right now, it was the same thing when I was there. It's the same standard, man. Trying to get you ready to go to combat and be proficient.
The next day, the class reports to the range for live fire IAD. After 10 hours of practice the previous night, the mood is tense as the men load magazines, get online, and lock in.
All right, folks, so what's going on here is they always let you fire full auto. So they set a target up out there. Everybody thinks they're some kind of gunslinger, full auto. And so they let you shoot full auto and you don't hit the target. And then it becomes very clear that full auto is not your friend. Controlled rate of fire with a controlled rate of aim, that is your friend. So that's what they're doing. They're online. They're firing full auto so they can get that out of their systems. When we got the SEAL teams at SQT, we got all the 60 gunners got to cut down a tree with their 60 because they explained to us if you focus too much in one place and you cut down a tree in a real situation, the tree is going to fall on you. That's a bad way to get killed. So some fun things in the teams. This is one of them, going full auto, and then you don't hit the target, and you're like, oh, man, that kind of sucked. So.
All right, down range. You guys are patrolling in the middle of the jungle. It's all quiet. All you hear is a few monkeys. And all of a sudden, contact!
Every time you pick up a weapon, that's game day. That's the day that you have to perform.
Stay line. High point. Look left, look right.
You're unsafe, we will get rid of you. There's no other way to do business here in the SEAL teams. And,
Here we go, here we go. Get up
the
there.
guys know that. They see the graduation's 2 weeks away, but that's a long 2 weeks. And it can be a lot longer, depending on how they perform.
Get that weapon ready. There you go. Look left, look right. Scan. Second sight picture.
As the drill proceeds, the hours of practice pay off. The 25 members of Class 234 work smoothly.
Good job.
So when I talk about kindergarten, and you know I talk about it a lot, I want you to understand you're in a wide open field. There's no bushes, there's no grass, there's no trees, there's nothing. It's just a wide open field that you're in here. You can see to your left and your right. It's the middle of the daytime. You don't have nods on. You're just a simple functioning individual in the middle of the area. You can see everything. When you go from this to a grass field and you lay down and you can't see the person on your left and your right, then you go to the woods and you have a big bush in front of you. You can't see to your left or right or through the bush. Then you do it at night. You're constantly decreasing what you can see. So you have to be able to practice and you have to be able to do it right in an open situation like this so that you can transition to the much more difficult stuff where you're in the bushes and you're seeking cover and you're trying to hide. The other thing is the dispersion here, so everybody's laid out on the ground about 2 yards apart. When you get out into the woods, you may have 10 feet between you and the next guy, and the guy to your left may be laying right on top of you. It's just how it works sometimes. You're going to try to space out, but depending on what the cover and concealment looks like and how heavy the fire is, you may not line up like this.
2 good shots. Scan. Doggone it, don't be so damn quick to go on safe.
Ceasefire, ceasefire.
But no matter how well it goes, there is always more to learn.
When you guys are doing this, you guys are doing your magazine changes, don't be coming up on one arm so it's easier to get to that magazine. What are we doing with ourselves here?
Silhouette.
You're making yourself a better target, right? When you're going to do that, go ahead, stay down, lay that head down, and get that magazine out. But don't bring it up any higher. Everyone understand? Yes. Okay.
Man, I had my web gear set up so I could get my stomach on the ground. Haven't been shot. Wasn't a good time. The lower you can get, the better it is. SQT, they do a drill. You laying out there in this little bunker thing, man. It's got like 1.5 feet, 18 inches, and they hammering you with a 60. And I talk about real fear. Them 60 rounds hitting that bunker, you can hear it all, man. You can't get your face and your butt, you can't get low enough into the dirt. If you were down in the dirt 10 feet, you still wouldn't be low enough. So, little things, man, make the difference. Little things, and that's what they're trying to get them to learn here. Little things in third phase make the difference.
That's not good, Morgan. You don't want that to happen. There goes your whole loadout.
Lively's problems continue. He makes another critical mistake when he runs short of ammunition during a drill. The instructors stop the evolution, and Lively is punished.
What did you tell Instructor Stearns?
I told Instructor Stearns I only had 7 magazines.
Okay. Go. Those are the facts?
I got a small crash approach.
It was one of those deals that I had to lug the heavy rucksack up here, so I left early. And in the meantime, I missed the handing out of mags.
Well, guess what, Lively? We got some time with you here. Chase the rabbits, begin.
Come on, Lively. What are you doing, bro? Just shoot 1 or 2 bullets. Stop shooting. You short on ammunition, man. Don't let them know you ain't got no magazines. Come on, bro. You better than that. You better than that.
Instructors do not care about Lively's excuses. With his integrity problem fresh in their minds, this incident provokes a strong reaction.
So you didn't think that was kind of important to let someone know that you don't have all your rounds, Lively? Lively.
Yes, sir, sir.
Touch your weapons, gentlemen.
Halfway down. So you don't think that's kind of important to let someone know that, hey, I don't have all my rounds I'm supposed to have?
Small crowd. Yeah, it's important.
Responsible for you, Lively.
I am.
Am I responsible to make sure you have all your rounds?
No, Sir Stearns. I am.
I'll whip. Chase the rabbits. The loadout was 9 magazines. And he decided to bring 7 and not tell anybody. So why is that important, Lively? Stop what you're doing. Look at me. Why is that important?
As far because we have to have full loadout.
So what? So you guys go on patrol and you get to your target and you find out, hey, I only got 3 magazines because I only had 3 magazines. So I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to go out with 3 magazines, right?
Yes.
Yes? Does that seem right to you?
That's definitely not right.
So do you think that you did the right thing?
I definitely did not do the right thing, instructor.
Lively, I guess he had some difficulties with certain evolutions. You could just see that the instructors were kind of pinging on him a little more than usual. Basically, you know, talked with him, you know, telling him, hey, you know, this is what they want to see. They want to see you perform under pressure. And I know what it was like to have instructors, you know, jump all over you. So I wanted to give him that perspective.
Lively is carrying the bad title of almost being the whipping boy, and the poor guy brings it on himself. Lively.
So I'm just going to tell you, man, if you get under the gun at Bud's, the instructors will ride you like a broken horse. They will ride you, man. I pretty much got rode all the training. You got to be tougher than they are mentally. It's a mental game. Lively's as tough as they come. He going to fight through this. But when you get on the bad side, man, it just compounds. They just keep giving you more. And it goes into my adage that I learned in SEAL training. It can always be worse. You think carrying around a 60-pound rucksack is bad? Wait till you give you a 60-pound rucksack in the M60. You don't think that's bad enough? Wait till they give you the 60-pound rucksack, the M60, and a radio and 2 extra batteries. You don't think that's bad? Wait till they give you the M60, the radio, some extra batteries, and 4 rounds of 60-millimeter mortar. It can always be worse, my guy. It can start snowing. It can always be worse.
He's got a personality that just brings pain onto himself. He's so high-vis. How can you not mistake a short, stocky, bald guy with an enormous head, like a guy in a bar that everybody wants to fight?
Things have come pretty easy so far. I think for the first time, I, you know, got a little pressure on me, and that's fine. Deal with it just fine, but just have to sweat it out. Keep doing what I'm doing, not making mistakes. If they want to get on my ass, that's fine, but I'm not going to give them I'm not going to give them any serious reasons to really get into me. So, I don't know, sir. Am I doing okay?
Doing great.
Thanks.
Are you losing weight on me? You look like you have flies crawling across your eyes, and now I got Sally Struthers out here begging for UNICEF funds. Are you losing weight?
Yes.
Don't want to bump it up. We're just getting water. I thought you said if you're not ready.
What's that? You said you want to quit?
Negative, instructor deal.
You said you're scared.
No, instructor deal.
Yes. He talked to me. He said right now he's a little confused on the
Hey,
range.
Morgan said he'll quit with you.
No, he didn't, instructor deal.
Lively is resupplied with magazines, and the class continues the IAD drills.
Yeah, everybody did really good.
So one of the things that's interesting, you can see the instructors, they've been doing IADs all day. Everybody's starting to get it. The instructor's body language is a little less deliberate. They're getting more relaxed because the students are getting better. You can see that in the instructors. They're not jumping around as much. They're not grabbing people because everybody's doing it. This is the Mark 1 motto movement of IADs. It's good to see. It's just how it is, man. You walk, you run, you crawl. I'm sorry. You crawl, you walk, you run. That's the motto. You do it in the daylight. Crawl, you walk, you run. You do it at night. You crawl, you walk, you run. Then you do it in the woods. It's the same progression, man. It just constantly gets a little bit harder.
All that practice last night definitely paid off.
I think it went really well. We had really good teamwork. Pretty cool. Fun stuff. I think most of the people, it's probably what they joined up for. It's the shooting, the demolitions, the fun stuff, I guess.
Class 234 performs well, and the IAD drill is passed.
10 push-ups per item.
All right, folks. We off the range. We on to the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did shooting it. Make sure you leave in the comments what you want to see me do reaction to next. Shout out to Travis Lively. That's my homeboy. Glad to see you get killed at the island, guy. Just how it goes, man. The island is a rock. 24 days, 28 days of hell out there, man. Probably the hardest part of training. No sleep, a lot of work, a lot of fun, a lot of learning. Just got to be better, man. Got to be better. So, hey, we on Shadow Band. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you come check out YouTube. Make sure you check back in. We dropping these videos. Make sure you go check out the school's classroom. We got all sorts of mentorship over there. We're trying to streamline this process, make it even better. And you know what we doing over here. We building champions for life.